try to see the way the world turned what happened to me. It's not exactly what I thought it would be. I got my house on a little piece of land. This is the place I'm gonna take my stand. But I keep living on dreams. One thing I know, that's the way it's gotta be. Am I living the American dream? I keep searching for that dream of me, hoping someday that I will see myself in American dream.
How the hell y'all doing, baby? It is Sunday, baby. It's time for another Blue Dot family meeting. Where am I at? Oh, shit. No. Oh, no. Over here. Squirrel. Can't remember where I'm at. Anyway, it is Sunday, and I'm glad y'all are here. Carol DeBurs was the first one to jump in, followed by Donald Hamilton. John D. is in the room. Bart Larson's here. CM. Let me see. Keith Patterson's here. Debbie Kerpran. I always hope I'm saying that right. Jeanette Miller's here. Let me see. Jeannie Love. She's sending a little love, too. Bob K is here. John Marino. I'm going to go with Marino, John. I'm hoping that's right. Deanna McMahon. Thank you for being here. Sharon Bettridge. I'm getting new names up here in my head. I'm loving this shit. Kelly Harris. Michael K.Y. Johnson's in the room. I know who that guy is. Bunny Griffin. Thank you for being here. Demetrius Cephas. Appreciate it. The Astro CEO. Well, there you go, baby. Can't get up any higher on the ladder than that. Anyway, let me grab this down here. And let me see. Denise Richardson is in the room. Oh, man, come on. My eyes are not agreeing. Kathleen Welch. Dennis and Jan, thank you very much. Our own Shaking Me Bones. Miss Chick, thank you for being here. Anyway, it is Sunday. And, boy, howdy shit. I haven't been a lot in the news, so y'all know why. And I spend a lot of time with Mama and whatnot, but I do try to keep up on the headlines and whatnot. And some of the headlines I'm seeing is, well, one of them I saw was that Kamala was at 50%, Trump was at 46%, and the trend keeps on going like that, baby. We need to get out there and show our shit, because I'm excited for this. It's been a long time coming, baby, to watch his ass get stomped again. And I'm going to take even a little bit more pleasure this time than I did last time. For the same reasons, I mind you. But, yeah. You know, let's get on with the voting. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to rock and roll. Donnie's little stunt in Arlington State Cemetery is still in the news, as well as it should be. The Army raked him over the coals. Everybody else has, too. Except for his his Republican cohorts. Outside of that, yeah, things are going along. Hi, Miss Chick.
Hi, John.
Woo, how are you doing?
I'm doing.
Are you?
Just doing, projects around the house that keep me totally occupied and busy and out of the news.
That's been me. That's been me. I haven't, and that's a problem when you do this, all the time, and you're supposed to know what's going on, and
yeah.
And I'm just having a difficult time just getting in there, watching the news when I want to, and really having the time to process my thoughts. I know what the outer ring is. That's not a problem. It is. It's
well, I keep hearing the back and forth between everything, all of the bullshit that goes on around who.
Oh yeah.
It's like a ping pong game, you know.
That's all it is. That's all it is to him.
Arlington is the latest of that.
Yeah.
But somewhere in the middle of that, he also reversed his wording. Is that a nice way to put it on IVF?
He's reversing a lot. Yeah. He's not supporting the 6-week ban. You know, he came out and said that's too short. Well, now, asshole, that's not what you were saying before. You know, it doesn't matter what he said. He was saying whatever
was popular with his.
Yeah. Well, he knows he ain't got no, you know, he can't make it. He's not going to make it, period, but he can't make it with just the right-wing nut job society over there. He has to speak somewhat to the middle of the road, or he's not going to get in there. He's not going to get in anyway, I think.
Every time he opens his mouth, he pisses off his MAGA group, too.
That's it, you know. You open mouth, insert foot.
In an effort
That's what he
try
does.
To get other people to vote for him, he's losing the voters that he had.
MJ Daniel just made a comment. I have trouble watching the news, and there it went. Wait a minute. I get it back. I have trouble watching the news on TV because so much of it is the same old crap or feels biased. I think we're all feel the same way. You know, it's worn us down, but this is not the time to get tired, baby. This is the time to find your second wind. That's what we're doing.
Well, and I don't know if it's just me because of the way I look at my news or not. I hadn't been aware of it, but I observed recently because I wanted to watch the interview with Kamala and Tim.
Indeed.
Harris and Walls on CNN. You cannot watch it unless you have cable or, you know, whatever you pay for to see it. I don't have any of that. So there was no way for me to see that interview, which, if you're on the Fox News blah, blah, blah side of the world, do you know how much of that you don't have to pay for to see? You can see it anywhere and everywhere. Whereas the other media, you have to pay something to see it.
Yeah.
Well, no wonder nobody sees it.
Nowadays, if you don't have satellite or cable right now, you're missing probably half the news. Anyway, Dave, I heard your voice in there. How are you doing?
All right, guys. How are you going, family?
Another day, baby. Another day.
Hey, Dave.
Another day. Oh, yeah. Listen, I want to get a couple of things off my chest. A couple of good, couple of bad, but let me get into this, and then we can have a big chat about it all. I'm pissed off with Jim Jordan and what's going on with subpoenaing Judge Machan's daughter just to intimidate Machan. That's ridiculous. I'm sure you'll have something to say about that.
Do you expect anything else out of the Republican Party? Especially Jim Jordan. You shitting me? Come on, man. That guy's an asshole from the word go.
Well, if you look up the word arsehole in the dictionary, there's a photograph of his head. Yeah. Trump flipping, and he was quoted as saying, "Oh, look, Roe v. Wade." Yeah, remember, he says he's so proud of Roe v. Wade. He overturned it. I caught a headline from an Australian news, which I don't know whether it was from Europe or it was from USA, but he said that, well, look, most of the Dems wanted Roe v. Wade overturned anyhow. So he's taken that little wormy path now.
What?
Yeah. What exactly?
Yeah. So where'd you pull that out of?
Exactly.
Most Democrats are for overturning Roe v. Wade. Shit sticking up your butt. That's an outright. That's just they're speaking to a particular audience, and they're going to go, "Oh, see, I told you." Yeah, no.
Yeah, it's the big flip. As you can see, weeks to go to the election, and he's in trouble because I can tell you right now, these are factual figures. I just got them off MSNBC tonight, and the guy that does all the fact-checking, these are his figures. What's been happening since Kamala's come along? This is what's happening: increased voter registrations. Young women, the increase from the average is 83.7%. 83.7 increase. Black women, 85.8. Young, these are all increases.
Yes,
Young
they
Latinos, 149.7 increase. Then we go to young black women, 175.8% increase. These are all people that are registering to vote.
What do you
for
think that
Kamala.
is? Why do you think that is? Do you think that's because Trump all of a sudden is out there talking and everybody's going, ooh, I'm all happy. Let me go register to vote? No, baby. No, that's not
And
what
to
that
cap
is.
it all off,
That is
I was
fire.
also watching, before your show started, I was watching a Midas Touch latest episode thing, and they went through a montage of Trump waving to thin air, coming out of all these buildings, off his plane, onto the plane, and he's waving to nothing. And then they went to Michigan, a place called Pottersville in Michigan. Do you know that place, Mr. Chick, Pottersville?
Not specifically. I have a vague idea of where it is, though.
Okay, he was interviewed. He was interviewed about that on Fox about his rally there, the latest rally. He said we had problems getting into the rally. It was thousands of people blocking the street. It was amazing. And then they
Make me
went
choke.
to went to the video, and it was like a Sunday morning church. There was about maybe 80 to 100 people just walking down the street casually, no one waiting, and inside the venue, you could have Kyle Rittenhouse couldn't have missed anyone. I mean, it was just the holes everywhere. It was just, mate,
His numbers are going down. You can see it in his rallies. You know, they got to get the right camera shot, so it looks like, excuse me, it looks like he has more than it's there. And oh Lord have mercy, did you see it? Y'all see the video of the guy trying to climb up there in the news cage? Got his ass.
Oh,
got his ass dragged out.
Yeah.
Yeah, Donnie's out there. Don't worry, he's on our side. He's trying to attack the news.
Enemy of the people.
Enemy of the people. Hey, let me catch up real quick because Kirk Stromberg, came in with a $5 donation. Said, balls to the walls. Oh, I like that. Balls to the walls, and he spelled it W-A-L-Z. Balls to the walls, foot on the gas, and Donnie in the trunk. I love it. Let's go down the highway. Daniel Hackerman came in with $5. Said, the finger is in the dike. Don't pull that finger out, baby. Vote. Indeed. And Wesley Wiseman donated $5 and said, can't wait for Kamala to deflate the orange airbag that at the debate. I am too. I can't wait for it. That's the next big thing on my list. And Shaking Me Bones came in with a very nice donation and said, little Donnie literally said in a recent speech that I have your back, I have your hearts, and I have every part of your bodies. If you can believe that, boy, howdy shit, that motherfucker can stay the hell out of my business and away from my body. He ain't going nowhere near our body. Oh, baby, no, him and his crew, I'm enjoying that because I went to go search the polls. And
it's going to
as
be
a
a
result,
walkover, John. I think it's going to be a wipeout somehow.
I
just
think
got
so,
this
baby,
feeling.
but I don't want to get too confident. You know what I mean?
No.
I feel good. I'm feeling motivated. I see a lot of activity. I see a lot of people coming out, but we can't take this shit for granted. There's a lot of idiots in this country. Don't think there's not. You know,
But the lies coming out of Fox this week, Fox have been so low in their statements. They've been saying some nasty shit. And I'm not
did
going
you
to
see
repeat
what
it,
was his
but-
name? Jesse Waters, who was on TV on his show, and he said that Kamala would, I don't know, something to the effect that she would just fall to pieces in the out of room where all the big decisions are made. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Dealing with
and the
international
generals,
leaders.
the generals would have their way with her. That was his
Yes.
choice of wording on air about the
Bastard,
vice
bastard.
president of this country. That if she was
What a
in the
Mongol.
situation room, that's what it was, situation room, the generals would just have their way with her.
Did
How
you
about
see the videos? The video I put up in the blue room with her dealing with there were two of the Supreme Court justices in their appointment hearings, and also with the AGs.
Yeah.
She raked them through the coals. She is a woman that
I
can
can't
deal with
wait.
any strong leader. Any strong leader.
I can't wait
and
for
she
the
won't take
debate.
shit.
I can't wait for the
No.
debate.
If it happens.
Hey,
if it happens.
let's get Ed in here. Ed, are you with us?
Yeah, hey, can you hear me?
Yes, sir, we can. How you doing?
I'm doing great, John. How's
Good.
everybody? And happy Dad Day to you, Aussie Dave, down there.
That was yesterday, Ed. But yes, thank you very much. And
I did not know that. Well, happy Daddy Day.
Yeah, happy Daddy Day for me.
Yeah,
I'm
there you
only
go.
daddy to one. I'm only
That's
daddy to
enough.
one, and it's a big one. He's 36, so yeah, hey. But in America, when's your Daddy Day?
We do.
In June.
We do here. Not as much as Mother's Day,
June.
but
In
we get
June.
we get our propers.
Yep. Yeah,
Let's face
I
it.
think I don't think Daddy Days have the same impact as Mother's Day. Mother's Day is the one. I think it is the one.
I don't know. Daddy's Day is pretty big.
That pipe is a little stout
Yeah, in
today.
Australia, in
Thank you,
Australia,
Pauline.
there's more traffic and more people. Because I live in a tourist town, there's more activity on Mother's Day. There seems to be
Woo.
more of that family activity. I think it should be that way anyhow, because
Well, that was
mums
part
are
of the
glue of a
discussion
family.
going on in my house today. Was we were talking about the polling numbers and how Kamala is just she's rocking it, baby. She's rocking the numbers. And
Can't let our guard down, Dad.
no, we
John,
can't. No, we
let our
can't. But
guard down.
I was in the discussion and thinking in realistic terms.
We got to spread the word.
This country is ready for Madam President. I think we're we're
Exactly.
past time
That's where
for
I'm going.
it. I
Yes,
think the
yes.
enthusiasm is there, and we were talking about the demographics, and I made the comment
So true.
to my son over there. I don't care who you think is calling themselves the head of the household. It's like that old joke. I'm the head of the household, and I have my wife's permission to tell you that too. Don't underestimate the power of women in our lives, everyday lives. Hell, half the electorate is women voters. There's a big motivation to see Madam President, and this is the right woman to do it. And yeah, I can't wait for it to get into that debate. And
it's going to be the first
kick
time
ass,
you have
take
a
names.
president. It's going to be the first time you'll have a transition from one president to the next without a massive deficit or a massive mess to clean up.
Oh, well, we're going to have a
You're
mess,
moving
Dave.
from a
Dave, don't think that we're
you're
going to have
moving
this transition. If she wins by a landslide, he is still going to come out saying it's corrupt, it was rigged, illegal immigrants were voting. Every nasty thing you could think of, they're going to come out and start screaming. You know it. They're setting it up right now.
J6.
What's that?
Well, they're setting
Yeah.
up in many.
January 6th. That's the
Yes.
problem.
Yes.
Yeah,
They're
that's what they
talking about it
want
now
to
with
do.
the January 16th. Yes. They're talking
That's-
about that there will be
Uh-oh.
blood. There was a place called Woodstock, and I think it's Arizona, Woodstock, Arizona. Last weekend they had a family fun day on the Oval, and they interviewed, and I think it was the comedians that get out there on the Young Turks, and they spoke to three guys who were very burly, strong guys with the beards, looked like they could be bikers, but they had the more family-orientated clothing
Burly
on.
guy.
But
Yeah, that's
they were Trump supporters. But they all said the same thing, that we are going to have a revolution in November unless Trump wins. And that's always at the end of the sentence. Unless Trump wins, or
Unless
if they
Trump
choose.
wins, is always the worst way to end any sentence nowadays. Hey, let me do some catching up here because Gordon Marble came in with a $10 donation and said, "One vet to another, vote blue. Honor your oath and stand up for your country. No truer fucking words ever spoken. If you serve, stand up for your fucking oath. You were not relieved of that fucking duty." Anyway, Dumpster Diving Dragon came in with a $2 donation. Thank you very much. Miles Holmes came in with a $5 donation and said, "Better dead than red, I always said. GOP equals Russia. From Illinois, always a blue state." Thank you very much, Miles. And James Blossom came in with a $10 donation. Lindy Sorrells came in with a $5 donation and said, "As Texas Paul says, don't take your foot off the gas, baby. Not for a moment. Keep pressing on that sucker." Gregory Brown came in with a $20 donation and said, "I discovered long ago there is no such place as rock bottom. If they let Trump be Trump, he will crash through every landing he thinks he's safe on. His depravity has no limit. Things are getting spicier by the day. Yes, they will, because he's going to get more and more desperate every day. And Cookie Fatty 666 came in with 5 pounds and said, "Why did J.D. Vance call Trump America's Hitler?" I would have thought that for Vance, the main villain of World War II would have been Tojo rather than Hitler. Tojo's the first one that struck the iron on the United States. But at that time, the Axis of Evil, as it was called, was defeated by America and its allies in what has now become the NATO alliance. Yes.
This man that is running for president for your country and wants to be your illustrious leader, King.
Yeah, that's him.
He's had to date. He's had 5 grand juries. People that have said 5 grand juries. All his peers. You're guilty of these crimes, and he's still walking free to do his dirty deeds. I mean, no other country. No other country.
No,
I mean, that's
just us.
5 grand
because he has
juries.
the right to defense. He's got lots of money, lots of big donors, and they're paying the bills, and he can.
Could you do that? Could you do that,
in
John?
the United States, it's justice delayed. That's what it is here. If you have the money for lawyers, you can tie your shit up in court one way or the other from now till fucking doomsday. That's the sad fact. There is a 2-tier justice system in this country. Those that have money, they don't have to worry about going to jail. Hell, they got money bonding themselves out of anything. Shit, they got lawyers going to tie crap up forever. You think Joe Blow on the street's going to have a chance in hell for his little problem? No. It works for the benefit of those that have the funds to be able to get your ass out of a bind. Or in this case, delay justice as long as you freaking can, which is what's happening now. But I think his luck's fixing to run out. Well,
the money's got to run out, surely. I mean, he's not raising as much as he did, besides Elon Musk, what he's tipping in. But, only last week it was reported on MSNBC, which I've got to give credit to. They are being a bit more honest. He bought a portrait of himself in a looks like a jumper with like a polo jumper. He had another portrait made of himself a Mar-a-Lago, cost thousands.
Well, of course
dollars.
he did. Well, of course he did. The glorious leader must have his portrait all over the place. That's what he's learned from Kim Jong-un and everybody clap when he walks in the room. Just make sure your fucking hands are, That's what you get with him. That's what he wants. I've said it over and over. The 2 things he wants what Putin has, and he wants what Kim Jong-un has. He wants the power of Putin to be president for life, to control every bit of politics in this country. And then he wants the adulation that Kim Jong-un gets every time he walks into a room. He wants everybody on their feet clapping their ass off.
The college he went to, and he claims he was top of the class in this financial college or university he went to. They released a statement this week saying
no, he wasn't.
Trump's economic policy would put the country into recession at worse than 1929 within 12 months, maybe 18 months. That's where he went to school, and he brags about, I went to the best. What was the name of that school he always brags about?
The Wharton School of Business, I think it is.
That's it, yeah.
The Wharton School of Business. See how much you learn over the years with this asshole? Before Trump came along, I'd never heard of Wharton School of Business. Then again...
Does it really matter, man?
No, not really.
No, it doesn't.
He paid his way through college the way he paid his way through anything he got in life. He was born with a silver spoon stuck up his ass. His daddy fed him all along, taught him the family business, how to be a freaking crook. And here we are. You got a third of this nation praising him like he is some kind of, I don't know what. I don't know what they made into him. You look at his freaking life, it's nothing but a series of bullshit. Trump wine, Trump University, Trump this. You look at his work history, every contractor, every working man that ever went to work for Trump had to fight for their fucking pay. for what was in the contract, because Donnie had lawyers, baby. He'll just tie your ass up. Bob K came in with $5 and said, my old U.S. flag shredded itself in 17, the same year Trump took power. Was too depressed to buy a new flag until flying it right now till Kamala and Waltz exploded. I am so happy to hear that, Bob. I limit my flag use around here to appropriate days, but since I got one, I have one that was flown over the Capitol. I am very proud of that, and it's going up. I'm putting up a new flagpole. I'll take a picture.
I would not put that outside. I would not put that outside. Maybe
I'm going to fly it at least once, baby. I'm going to put it out there for a bit. I'm proud of that one.
Don't let it get weathered or damaged.
No, because I want to.
It may go missing. Because you told everyone what it means to you now, and then you maybe make that a target.
Well, surely, Dave, you're not suggesting that people around me would be so lowlife as to deface or. I'm just
Don't know.
Don't
it
know.
Could happen. And
Let me
guess
think.
what?
What? Oh, Dave, you'd be happy.
Maybe
there are about 6 new Trump flags up on the street now. 6. Butt Boy was busy.
Remember?
Butt Boy went out and bought flags for everybody. Everybody put up a poster out there. Let's go.
Hey, John,
Yeah.
you know what you're going to need to do is go get your Kamala 1 flag and then put it up.
Nope. I have a flag right over here that I'm waiting to fly. It's right over here. As a matter of fact, you can see part of it there. It says Trump lost, LOL, and I'm going to go get the little stick-on letters in red that say the word again. Ooh. And I'm going to fly. That is what I'm going to fly. Anyway, let me catch up now because Tracy Langnickel came in with a $2 donation. Tracy, thank you. Chuckster 255 came. Chuckster been around a long time. Came in with $5. Said, hi, all Blue Dots. Hope y'all are having a great day. Vote blue. And, oh, yeah, fuck Trump. That's what he said. So we report the news just as it comes in on the ticker. That's what it says. That's what we read. Anyway. Let me see. Bill, did I get you in here?
Some news you may not know about, or you may know about, you did, or you were not told. Do you remember Helsinki?
Yes, distinctly. That's when Donnie bent the knee to Putin and told Putin, let me kiss your ass anyway 10 ways to Sunday. That's basically what it was.
Yeah, right. Well, what did Putin give Trump at Helsinki? In front of
what did
everyone.
Putin give Trump?
What did Putin give Trump? And then Trump
I would say a load.
To someone else.
Wasn't it a globe or something?
I would say a load is what it got.
Soccer ball?
Soccer ball?
Soccer
Something.
ball?
Where it was put, I don't know. Pick a
soccer
spot.
Ball? Remember the soccer ball?
Yeah, the soccer ball.
And he kicked the soccer ball to his wife, or threw it to his wife. Putin gave him the soccer ball, then he threw it to his wife. Because remember, Russia was hosting, I think, the big soccer.
Oh,
well, guess
Dave,
what was in that
think.
soccer ball? Guess what was in that soccer ball?
What was in the soccer ball?
A fucking chip. A spy chip.
Oh, now I remember the soccer ball. Yes, all of a sudden, my Rolodex is slow. Yes, I remember the soccer ball.
It's
Here,
very
comrade,
slow today.
put this in your office. Yeah.
They found a chip sewn in one of the little triangular or the hexagon shapes in between the leather strips.
Hell, he invited them into the fucking office. I mean, what did you expect from Trump? He's not going to see. They're his buddies. He loves Russia. We all know that. Everybody knows that. And what's sad in this country is we have seen him convince Republican maggots that that's a good thing. Oh, we need to get around. We need to get along with Comrade Putin. Let's hand him Ukraine. Let's let him have the Baltic states back. Who cares? That's what's so pitiful. Let me catch up again because Shanley 88 came in with $5. Said, did you see Trump, Pennsylvania rally man? Man tried to attack the media. While he was being subdued, Trump was calling it beautiful and kept saying, he is one of us. Yes, I did see that. And that's exactly what he was doing. That guy was trying to attack the press, and Donnie's up there on the stage talking about, hey, he's one of us. He's one of us. He hates them too. Let it go. He's like, what the fuck is that? He's edging him on, baby. He don't care. And Kay
And they're
Allen,
defending him.
anytime I say this name, I get tickled to death because you ought to see the picture I saw. Anyway, Kay Allen came in with a hey. Kay Allen came in with a $20 donation and said, "Echo City John still disgusted by Arlington prank." You know, I don't know how it doesn't disgust every veteran of what he did, because he did it on purpose. He posted that freaking video on his little Truth's fucking social shit
Thumbs
over
up.
there,
Thumbs
and
up.
it was nothing but pleasure. Just it was a political ad in a fucking at Arlington in Section 60, buddy. How about
He needed a number
fill in the blank with a whole lot of
12.
cuss words?
He needed the number 12 right up the middle.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
hard.
I forgot one here. Jake Sellers came in with a $20 donation and said, "Mush for Brains Tom Cotton showed his true colors this morning on Meet the Press. What a racist, ignorant asshole." Oh, please. Somebody tell me why it is this time that Tom Cotton is a racist asshole. I mean, you know, and that's one of the ones I usually watch on Sunday. It's Meet the Press. I usually never miss that. I did not get a chance to see it today. Much too busy with life.
GOP's been up to nasty work in Nebraska this week. What they've done is there is a law in Nebraska that if you're a felon and you're released from jail, 2 years waiting period, and you're allowed to vote again. Well, what they're doing is that the GOP in Nebraska have refused to re-register 7,000 felons who are entitled to be re-registered before this election, and lo and behold, 90% of them are
They've earned their right to re-register. Is that what you're saying? They've gone through the process, and now they're getting shit for it.
7,000 of them.
Gee, I wonder why.
And they're saying, no, we're not going to.
Why would they do that, Dave?
You're right. Well, what do you think? I mean, it's happening in many states in America. A lot of it very quietly. But there is a law firm out there that goes on Brian Tyler Cohen that is all for keeping democratic law and people voting rights entitlement. They're working on it, but they say themselves there's so many little cases out there that they're worming like white ants in your timber of your house. You don't see them, but you hear them if you listen for them, and that's what they're doing. They're out there worming away, making sure that they can. You're going to turn up, some people, unless you check. You're going to turn up to vote, and you're going to find out you're not registered, and you don't know. There'll be no reason, because they are just in the background doing some awful stuff. You got to dig deep, but you'll find it's not just it's not 20,000 votes. It's some small towns where it's only 800 votes or 1,000 votes, but collectively, when it comes to electoral college, it all counts. And that's what they're doing. They're chipping away at the little bits from underneath you guys. Quietly.
I'm sorry, I missed part of the conversation.
The idea that every state has its own, voting registration rules and stuff is a little flummoxing. I think we could universalize that.
Yeah,
voting rights.
You should
once
be
registered to vote, the only time you have to make any changes is if you move, right? Well, we don't have to re-register at a certain period of time or anything like that. In
Australia, once you turn 18, they send you a letter saying you are now on the electoral roll. You are registered to vote.
Yeah, we don't do that
as soon as you turn 18.
Yep, we don't do that here. We make you go down and
you should
and register.
And as Mr.
You should register.
Your law should be universal, especially when it comes to an election, which covers all the states. It's a federal thing. The law should be across the line the same. Fair play in every state. So there's lots of things that need to be fixed, and even when good presidents have been in, it's never been fixed. And I wonder why. These little things. The electoral college is a nightmare. If you're an independent, you've got no chance of winning the presidency if you're an independent. Not the electoral college.
My governor's down here bragging about how many people he took off the voter rolls down here. You know,
They're proud of their achievements, like fishing.
the
Look at the
role
big
of the
fish I caught.
Republican Party nowadays is not to get votes. It's just to get people vote not to count, to try to cut down the number of voters that go to the polls. That's their
Cheat.
main drive right now. They're not trying to gain
Hey,
new
John,
voters.
I heard something in the news that one of the Houston politicians jumped ship to join the party of Trump. I forgot her name, and I don't want to bring it up because she's saying that the Democratic Party is no longer in focus. Well, she doesn't realize that what she's going to
Oh,
a
I think
party
we just focused
where a
ourselves
man
here
who
pretty
had
quick.
ordered his followers to storm the Capitol, fight like there's no tomorrow. It's just
And it won't be the last time if he gets his way.
This is what we call Judas. We call people Judas.
Yeah, he's going to stab you in the back.
Exactly.
That's what Trump does. Trump is I think the whole damn Republican Party right now is working on the assumption that he is going to lose. So we need to put people in positions in electoral boards all across the country. Get ready to contest the vote. Try to bring doubt into the mind of the people that anything that comes out is not reliable. We've never had a problem with voting in this. Yes, sir.
I'm sorry, you go ahead. I'm sorry.
Oh, I was just saying we never had a problem with voting in this country. You've never seen a huge until Trump come along, and all of a sudden it's like, holy shit! Look at all this corruption all over the place. Everybody's cheating. Everybody's cheating. No, they're not. No, they're not. It's just a bullshit story he sells.
If I can add this, John, it's just I want Kamala to win. I want everyone. I mean, my sister is joking, saying that her vote doesn't count and she doesn't want to vote because of jury duty. And I said, well, that's your decision, and I respect it. But it's just we need to spread the word because we cannot let this man win the presidency and have 2025.
We can't let that man anywhere near our house again.
And if it happens, I'm afraid I have to immigrate. I'm going to immigrate to another country that I cannot live under a dictatorship or a fascism.
Yeah, you watch Canada.
He win
build a
again, and
wall
I'm going to be
if he
paying a
wins.
whole lot more closer attention to my security cameras. That's what I worry about. You think these people put up those 6 new fucking flags up there for what? People driving down the road? Nobody drives down this fucking road. They were all put up there to tell me to throw that finger in John's face, and John's loving it. I'm loving it. Put some more up, baby, because that gives me more and more pleasure to fly my Trump lost again flag.
Well, John,
so please,
John, if Kamala wins, you know who you can give it to.
Oh, I'm just going to put I'm going to put that fucking flag in the back of my truck, fly it on a pole, and drive it down the goddamn road is what I'm going to do. Just in and like they do. Like they do.
Go out of their goddamn minds, John. I don't want them to lose, even though Trump, and I pray to God Trump will lose. It's just, they might go kamikaze on themselves.
We don't forget who we're dealing with on this street. We don't let that out of our mind. Let me thank Daniel Solomon.
The only thing you got to worry about, guys, is false flags. That's all. No false flags.
Let's hope so. Daniel Solomon came back in with $5 and said, never forget, the first time Trump went to Russia was July 4th, 1987. Oh, yes. And I don't know if that's the same time he went for the pageant. He loves Russia. He's been over there a lot. He wants a Trump Tower in Moscow. That's what he wants. But Putin says, no, not yet. Dance on this string a little longer for me, and I'll think about it.
I want to see the PP tape. I still want to see the PP tape.
Show us those. Silly Bebo came in with a $2 donation. Silly Bebo, thank you, and said Ken Paxton is a box of Summer's Eve. He is a douche bag. God, yes, my whole fucking government down here. My governor, my lieutenant governor, my attorney general. Are you shitting me? They're all scabs down here working for Trump, working for the Republican Party. They're not working for Texas. But Texas is coming in closer and closer. He ain't got it yet, but where is he? Colin Allred is gaining on Ted Cruz, and I don't think the polls are correct down here. Everybody hates Ted Cruz. Every freaking buddy hates Ted Cruz. Oh, Lord. No, wait a minute. I'm going to get messed up here. Okay,
Just
I
may
got
turn
that.
blue, John.
I know it. I know it.
Just may turn blue.
I want Texas to turn blue so bad, so bad. And Ted Cruz is doing all he can to help that happen. So, you know,
That's George.
Hey, I'm okay with that.
let me catch up again. Y'all are being kind tonight. Jeanette Dahl, all the way from Denmark, came with 100 Danish krones and said 30 major. There you go, baby. 30 major artists worldwide have asked Trump's campaign to stop using their music, and then there is someone who will soon be in the court. Now then there's somebody who's going to be yes. Artists all over the world are telling him quit using our music. We don't want our music associated with your ass. James Tripp came in with a $5 donation. James, thank you. And Wesley Wiseman came back with $10 and said, "Gotta beat the MAGA from dog catcher to," there you go, baby, dog catcher to president, all the way. It has to be. Every time you go into the poll booth, it matters who you vote for. It matters to your community, the people around our own system of our community government. We want people in there that view the world the way we do, that all boats should be lifted, that everybody needs hand, that we should help those that are least among us. Isn't that what their own religion teaches? That's who you help? Not the most wealthiest. What is that? I know there's something in there that says it's easier for a camel to fit through the eye of the needle. You know? I'm just saying.
Well, it's easier to buy a gun than it is to vote in America at the moment.
We got millionaire preachers here. We got preachers that live in big, huge mansions and have 3 or 4 airplanes and helicopters and shit.
John.
You know, just to spread the Lord's word.
When I was a lad, churches used to be out there with soup kitchens and used to be out there going door knocking to families that were struggling and giving them blankets and giving them clothing and giving them food and giving them
Isn't that what the good book teaches them to do?
But they don't do that anymore. They just go out and buy a Rolls Royce, a private plane, a mansion, and say, "Fuck you. I'll see you next Sunday."
Not all. You don't want to throw everybody in that, because there are good people that do have money that use it in the right ways. You know, on the world scale, you've got what's his name, Microsoft guy. Somebody help me.
The Catholic Church is the richest organisation in the world, John. They are the biggest landholders in the world.
No doubt, baby. It is.
Stealing from the poor.
I agree with Betty Veronica 2.0's big religion is another right-wing grift.
But they should share the wealth. They should share the wealth with the flock.
No, God needs that shit. No, God needs that, because, you know, God's got bills too. You know, like souls, I guess. You got to buy souls, I guess. You got to print up new souls all the time. So,
What'd you say? Did you just say
I'm glad you got that reference.
That's what he said.
John, Dave, can I add
Oh
something?
my God! You talk like a MAGA man now.
It's one of those 3D printers, Aussie did.
Yeah, 3D printer. There you go. Print you up some new souls.
Okay.
There we go.
Those
We're in the modern
flesh-
age now.
Catholic Church.
You can download it from God himself and just print it right in there.
The molesting of the violation.
Oh, dear.
Well, that's what Hitler done in 1938. He was told by his country's accountant, basically, that we can't afford the war. We haven't got enough. He just said, print more money. That's what his solution was. Print more
Well, that's
money.
what we did.
But
We went off the gold reserve, the gold standard, and just went to. Believe me, it's worth that much. Wink, wink. You know, that's what we do.
people were getting paid
We need money,
in
we print the shit
baskets
up.
of cash, John. You know those laundry baskets? Mrs. takes the laundry out to the big laundry baskets. Well,
Yeah.
there's a video of people in 1939, before they stopped getting paid, they were getting paid in these big baskets of cash. So to buy a loaf of bread, that was half a basket of cash. That's how much their money was worth.
Well, if you listen to the news nowadays, you'd think we weren't far from it. And I grant
stop that because the
I'm
world
sorry.
envies your economy, John.
Yes.
The world is envious
Yes.
of the American economy.
Our economy is doing fine, but you wouldn't listen. You wouldn't know that by listening to the news. Oh my God, the world's on fire. We're all going to die because we can't afford the bread you was just talking about. No, I'm glad to see. Was it Joe Biden? I think I read a headline. It's coming out and either litigating or something, getting ready to. I don't know what the story was. I can't remember shit except for it was for price gouging. Companies that during the pandemic raised their prices because there was a problem with the supply chain, but that went away, baby. And it's been away for a while. But you give corporate America a little taste of profit, they don't want to give that shit up. They don't want to give that up. They might drop it a little bit, wink, wink, wink. Look at there, we dropped it another 2 cents. Now shut up and pay the extra $1.
Well, they also dropped the gas prices during the pandemic, John.
Well, no
That's
one was
another
buying
thing.
gas, no one was traveling. You couldn't travel. And the border thing that Trump's saying, he says, look on the chart here. This is when I was my last week of being president. It was the lowest border crossings ever. Where he's putting his finger is when the pandemic was at its worst and no one traveled, not even over the border.
Yeah. Things have improved drastically on the border and elsewhere in this country since Joe Biden took over. That is undeniable. Is it where we want to be yet? No. No, because we were in a deep damn hole. And it's taken a while to dig our ass out of it, but guess what? We're on the right direction. We're not going down, baby. We're coming back up. That's the right direction. Let me thank Dave McNeil, who came in with a $10 donation and said, taking care of one another. That is the way. Love you, John, and love to the family. Thank you, Dave, and it is the way. And it's in our hearts, it's in our Bible, it's everywhere. That's the way we're supposed to be raised. You're not supposed to be raised to be fucking over everybody, of course. That's the way Donnie was raised by his daddy, to squeeze every dime out of everybody and be a racist, misogynistic asshole all his life. That's the way Donnie was raised. Most of us were not raised that way. Anyway, Stephanie Dean, all the way from Florida, came in with $10, said, hope you had a good Labor Day weekend. Got to go. Jay, oh no, Jay is in the hospital again. Jay and I send our love. Oh, Jesus. I don't know why Jay is in the hospital, but it ain't anytime you're there, it's not good news, baby. So take care of yourself, Stephanie, and send our love to Jay. I'll give you a holler. I did not check with Fred today, but the last time I talked to Fred, Donna was not doing that well up in Boston. Donna Bonicosi has been in a coma now for a while. She had brain swelling. I don't know how it is in the last 2 days, so don't quote me on anything, but my God. If y'all stop to think of the heartache that goes on in this family. I'm not the only one here that's suffering, that has.
It's all over.
What's that?
Hey, John. It's all over. That's the thing. But, hey, John.
Yes, it is. It's all over.
I was wondering if you saw that where Jordan is about met his match with a Democrat out there in Ohio. Young lady's running against him. It's 50-50 right now.
Oh, yay.
There you go. That's what I'm saying.
This is Jim Jordan.
You're going to see a move down ballot. Go Ohio. Go get rid of that man, please. Yes. Jim Jordan has not passed a single freaking thing since he's been in Congress. Jim Jordan's job in Congress is to roll up his sleeve and bang on the desk and yell at some reporter down there in the Congress and yell at them over there, and y'all don't know. And that's Jim Jordan's job right there. That's it in a nutshell.
Did you see the last on him?
Huh?
You see the last on him? The doggone, what the hell was it? Oh, he subpoenaed that daughter of that judge.
Yes. Yeah.
Holy crap. What the hell's the matter with him?
He's sick. He's sick. He'd do anything to crawl up Donnie's ass, and that's exactly what it is. Let me catch up again because Daniel Hackerman came back with $2 and said, we must kick the maggot peckers out of Congress. Get out of your mouth. God, there is the problem. It has to be all the way down the ballot. This is not just a presidential race. It is the most major election in our lifetime. And Truth Seeker came in with $5 and said Trump's IQ 2 to 2.4. Somewhere in that range. And Miles Holmes came in with a $2 donation and said, remember, Weiss might be just Wisconsin might just decide this election. It could. And let me see. Oh, no. Shaking Me Bones came back with another nice donation. Said, I'm happy to say that you look great in that shirt. I fucking love you and the Blue Dot family. I hope y'all noticed the shirt. That's what it says, because it's, oh, that's right. I got to look this way. No way. Get this out of the way.
Long, ugly beard's in the
wrong
way.
side. That long, ugly beard's in the way. Other way. It says, oh, there it is. I can't see. It's backwards. Mushy, mushy shit. That's what it is. That line came from us, from Bonita Townsend, and this family uses it a lot to describe how we feel about each other. It's a bunch of, mushy, mushy shit. Anyway,
John,
Shaking Me Bones, thank you very much. Thank you.
John, I want to add something.
What?
If Kamala wins, are you going to trim your beard a bit?
No.
I mean, you don't have to trim
Nope.
shave it, just
Nope.
trim it a bit.
Mm-mm.
No?
No. I'm sorry.
Come on, John.
There's a whole there's
Just trim it a bit. Just a little trim.
There's a whole lot of ugly under this beard. Do you know that? I've seen a picture of me when Trump was defeated, and I grew that beard the whole time he was in office. And mind you, go look. You can compare beard production under Joe Biden substantially stomps the shit out of beard production under Donald Trump. I'm just saying, it's just another indicator of how life is going. But
What
no,
about just trim it a bit? I mean, you don't have to shave it off. Just trim it.
you know what I do? It's a story of my life now. I sit there and I fiddle with it. I pull on it. I measure it this way. I got
What are you talking about,
I got a
John?
fist
What are
right
we-
here. I put
what
that
are
right
we
on my
talking
chin.
about, John?
Huh?
What are we
And then I
talking
put
about?
another
If
hand.
Kamala Harris wins, would
And
have
that's
his
more
beard
than
trim a
2
bit, but he
fistfuls of
doesn't
hair.
want to.
What's
No,
that?
okay, good.
Sorry, I
you
was
had
caught
me
up
worried then
admiring
when
my beard.
You had me worried when I heard the words, you grab it, you shake it, and you pull it a bit. And
That's
thought,
what I do, Dave. See where your mind goes. I'm just saying,
That's
you know.
better.
Well,
I was talking-
I was just...
We was all
I was just
concentrating on my handsome chin here, and there you go.
You men,
Right-
every 5 seconds,
I
I
know it.
swear.
That's it's pitiful. Hey, let me thank Carol Thomas, who came in with a $2 donation. Carol, thank you very much. And I'm going to mess this up. DC Trevitt. DC Trevitt came in with $5. Said Coach Walls says nobody's asking for that weird crap. Nobody. Get your weird shit out of here. And Dave McNeil came in with $10 and said we love that mushy mushy shit. We do love that mushy mushy shit. And I am. When Bonita first introduced those words, because we all, to say those words, to all everybody, and I do. I love everybody in this family, the love that has been shown to my family. But guys, we're hard to do. Anyway, it's easier to say just a bunch of mushy mushy shit. So I tell my wife all the time, I got a lot of mushy mushy shit for you. What?
You look good no matter what. You got the beard.
Well, that's what my wife says all the time. Believe me, she says it all the time, every day, every. No, she don't. She quit saying that a long time ago, but she thinks it. I think. Let me get that there. That one. Oh, there it is. Wesley Wiseman just came back in with another $2 and said, Crockett put Jordan in his wormhole. Oh, I hope so. I'm missing all the good shit. Anything that has to do with that man being put in his place, I love it. Because Jim Jordan has done nothing for this country or for the state of Ohio other than raise up his sleeves, walk around like he's Mr. Badass, and he's always mad about something. Those Democrats, they're the evil. Yeah, it's nothing but a freaking one play after another ever since he got in that office. It's a show. And that's what they've learned, though. It's all about the show. Doesn't have to be about the substance of it. They claim patriotism like it's theirs from the get-go. Do they practice it? I don't think so, baby. Again, it falls back to what their own Bible says: do unto others. Be a nice guy.
He's worse.
Yeah.
He's worse. He's worse than a pet rock. You know that?
Yes. You could get rid of a pet rock. You can throw some bitch in the pond, and that's the last time you're going to see that rock.
A
This
rock
guy,
has a
you keep
use.
throwing his ass away, and he keeps coming back. I don't know. It's a boomerang rock, I think. I don't know. Jack it off,
Oh,
Jordan.
shit,
That's
got a
what
big
he
rubber
is.
band on it.
Yes. Yeah. Got a rubber band for him. Spunky, did you get
I
in
just
here?
think,
Spunky? Are
What do
you
think
with
of
us?
that, Dave?
what's that, mate?
I know Kirk's had his hand up for a while. I'm sorry. I'm trying to.
And Spunky's not lighting up. I thought
No,
Spunky
he's
was
not.
lighting up before, but
Maybe he's
nothing's
just
happening.
away from his mic. We'll see if he
Has
comes
Trump
back in.
has Trump paid any of these $500,000, $1 billion fine things? And I mean, he owes E. Jean Carroll, he owes other people, I think, and he's got that judgment against him that he was appealing, and then he had to pay a bond, didn't he?
Well, there
Of
was
half of
a
it?
big deal about who was
I'm
going
gonna
to
hit it, Danny.
pay some of that
Just
for a
for
while,
you.
Yeah.
but it fell off
Right.
of the main news field. So.
It's fallen off the news
Oh,
cycle.
you
hasn't
only
it?
knew what was
It's
in
sort
there.
of like it's just like, everyone forgets about that shit, but still, that's $500 million, and I believe his media shares are worth shit. Like
Trump's?
well, they were $86 originally. Now they're down to
they're
close
nowhere
to
near that.
$15. Yeah,
If
they're under
that
20.
Yeah, he's lost his
So-
ass on.
He was going to walk away with $3 billion apparently when they were $86. He had to wait that 6 month period. Well, now he may walk away with a few million. God, there is a God. There is a God. He works in strange ways, doesn't he?
Yes, he does, doesn't he? Doesn't he? I'm telling you. Anybody else? That's what I mean. He's used the power of money all through his life, or the appearance of the power of money, I might say, to invest in lawyers that will tie up just about any legal issue to the maximum
They're on
extent
retainer.
that the law allows you to just pile on bullshit. And it's sickening to the rest of us out here that if you got a summons or you have to go to court for whatever reason, you best show your ass up. Yeah, if not, sheriff's going to be knocking on your door. He's going to put your ass in jail.
His lawyer's going to jail for him.
They knock on Mar Lardass, and the butler's going to say, "Oh, he's not in right now. We'll leave a message. We'll get back to you." Some shit like that. Let me see. Kirk. Kirk, are you with us?
Thank you.
There you are.
Yeah.
There
And
you
I
go, buddy.
appreciate you bringing me back to the Blue Dot kitchen table tonight. You mind if I just jump on my soapbox for a second?
Get up there on that box, buddy. What do you
I'm gonna
got to
do a
say?
little-
Where's your 2 cents? I want to hear it.
I'm gonna do a little rant, but a little rave as well. And
All right.
I think
All right.
Aussie Dave was a great segue into some of this here. I don't think we really need to pay attention to the polls, and I think Dave is spot on. We really need to look at the momentum, and these voter registrations are something to behold. Like down in Georgia, 75% increase in black voter registration. And when you look at all the demographics of these people that have increased their voter registration, these are all people that are going to be voting for Kamala. This is a red flag for the Republicans.
Yep.
And I thinking back to last week, let's just talk demographics for a second. Who does Trump really have left with a stronghold? What demographic? Besides
Maggots?
white men. Besides
Maggots
white men,
and
for the most part. Right.
And
right.
those that think they're going to benefit from his policies or
So-
want
so
to be
hear me
part
out
of the
for a
new
second.
government.
Right. So the guy, he torched his veteran support on last Monday. He torched fucking Christian evangelicals flip-flopping on abortion on Friday. And I think I'm going to rub my crystal ball here. When we come into the November election, I think there's going to be 3 demographics of people at the top that are going to carry Kamala across the finish line. And I think that is going to be women, blacks, and Hispanics. We're literally going to have an election that is going to be won with the help of minorities. In this country.
Minorities.
Can you fucking believe it?
I believe it. I believe it because there's
And
a lot of power right there.
You know,
you guys
and,
able to hear me?
Right.
Yep.
You know, so, and the thing is I think we're going to look back on this historically, and I think there's going to be one image that's going to stick in our minds forever. And that is right at the top of the DC indictment where it says Trump versus United States.
There
And,
you
know,
go,
I
baby.
think in a nutshell, that's literally what we're dealing with. We're dealing with a guy
Yes.
who is literally against this entire fucking country.
You can hear it.
know?
That's all his rhetoric is, Kirk. You can hear it
yeah.
in his speeches. He hates this country. They ain't a damn thing good about this country unless you elect him as president. If you elect him as president, oh my God, the heavens will open and it'll rain money on everybody. You know, that's what he's trying to sell.
And Aussie Dave, I think, would maybe know something about this. I don't know if the rest of you remember this, but, you know, this whole secret document situation, we've already heard the guy bragging about Iran documents up in Bedminster. He fucking shared nuclear submarine fucking talks with a fucking Australian billionaire.
Correct.
This guy,
Big donor.
you know, this guy, I'm convinced there's other fucking strong men around the world or whoever, foreign people, that he's talked with in other conversations that we just don't know about. I'm convinced this motherfucker's already blackmailed our country. You know,
Oh, he's already
and-
used it to his benefit. Are you shitting me? Oh, hell yes. He would
You know,
sell this
so-
country out part and parcel for whatever
Trying to figure it
benefit
out.
he could get him for himself, for his own power.
Yeah, you know, trying to figure out who this guy talked to last about our top secrets is like asking a prostitute who she fucked last.
And think about
I
that.
mean,
You
just-
know how Trump talks. He is the braggart. He wants you to know that he knows things, that he's the almighty know-it-all and all this shit. And he does. As president, you get all the top secret information. Think about that. In
Remember
that
this.
man's hand, it was scary enough the first time. I don't want to tempt fate again. I don't want to do that.
Give me
baby.
$1 billion. Give me $1
Give me
billion.
$1 billion.
Remember that statement? Hey, to the oil companies, give me $1 billion, and he will let them walk over America and the people.
It's all for sale.
Pricing everything.
When it comes to Donnie, everything's on the table. Everything has a price. The
You know,
Constitution
talk about a
has
national
a price.
security threat. You know, tell me he ain't a national security threat.
Yes,
you know,
he
here's
is.
another thing.
Big time.
Here's another thing. You know, John, you're in a neighborhood down there where you got a bunch of guys that are circle jerking themselves over Donald Trump. Think
Yep.
about this for a second. You should ask them the question, okay, explain to me why the entire fucking European Union is fucking terrified of another Trump presidency.
Oh, shit.
The whole other,
Look at the
whole
world.
other half
Yeah.
of the world, you know?
No shit.
Holy
Everybody's
shit.
concerned about this shit, but your ass knows a little something. Yeah, no. I tell you,
guys
around
able to
my
hear me?
orbit, it's all the bravado of,
Yes,
yeah,
we
fuck
can
you,
hear
it's
you.
Trump, fuck you. That's all it is. And it's
They're
directed,
outnumbered.
most of this around me is there because they know what I do. You know, oh, John,
Yeah.
he's on the air, he's talking shit about Donnie, and so, yeah, let's go out and buy 10 more fucking flags and put them on the fucking street so anybody that comes down John Street knows I'm the only fucking Democrat down here. I don't think I am, but because there's a few that just don't participate in anything, and I'm thinking, okay, it's a good thing, keep your head down and stay quiet.
I can't wait till he loses.
I
to a
don't
girl.
challenge them. I don't
Well, it's not
I don't
about being a
challenge them. I
Democrat,
don't do
John.
anything. I let
It's
them do
not-
what they want to
It's
do.
not about being a Democrat this time around or being a Republican. It's about freedom or about democracy versus an autocracy.
To me,
That's what
it
it's about.
comes down to one basic thing. Be a decent fucking American. How's that? This man was a draft-dodging coward, 4-time deferment. He didn't give a shit for this country. You had to fight him for every fucking tax he ever fucking paid. He shit all over this country and is still doing it today, but oh my God, he's a patriot. Fuck you.
And he's a rapist.
Fuck you. You're an idiot.
He's a rapist.
And you are willfully stupid, as the sign says.
Oh, you gotta
Willfully
hear me.
stupid to ignore his whole history.
His
So
day is
please
coming.
spare me your flag.
God, you all forget the big thing. He's a rapist. Remember, he
Hey,
was
are you guys able to hear me?
an announced,
Yes,
he
we
was
can. Who was that?
adjudicated rapist,
Yes.
guys. That's
He's been
someone
found
you don't
liable
want
for
in your
sexual
White House.
assault. He's also got
That's
34
it, all
felony
over.
counts against him. But what does that matter, Dave? He hugged the flag. Didn't you
no.
see it? Didn't you see him hug the
He
flag?
wiped his- yeah, he wiped
That's
his
all
dick
you
with
gotta
it.
know right there, see? That you
Hey,
seen
John,
Kamala
are you able
Harris
to hear
hug
me?
the flag? Huh? No, no. She don't love it. That's why. That's what their mentality is. That's what they you can't explain ignorance, you know? Like the sign says on my neighbor's house, it says you can educate the ignorant. You can medicate the crazy, but you can't do anything about people who are willfully stupid. And I agree with the sign that he has pointed at me.
What do they say,
He's
John?
right.
If you can't see the con, then you're the mark.
You're the mark, baby. You're the mark.
Yep.
Who was that just said, "Can you hear me?"
I think it was Spunky.
Spunky, is that you?
Yeah, can you hear me? Can you
Yes,
hear
sir,
me?
we can. There we go.
Oh, wow.
You made
wow.
it.
You're in, buddy.
I've been trying to figure this thing out for the past week now. I'm like, what the world do I have to do to get my voice on here?
Threaten it with a hammer. That's what I do.
Yep.
Threaten it with a hammer. I'll beat the... Go ahead. Kirk,
Oh,
well,
wow.
I mean, Spunky, I'm glad you made it in, buddy.
Yeah, it's been hell these last couple of days. How you doing today, John?
I'm doing pretty damn well. You know, before we get started, Spunky, let me catch up, buddy, because I'm behind.
Okay.
All right, let me
Okay.
catch up because... no, we haven't, Miles. Miles Holmes came back in with $2 and said, anybody talked about JD getting booed at the fire union? No,
Not
we
yet.
haven't. But I saw it. I saw it. Yes, I just some things just make your day, and that was one of them. Let me keep on going. Adam Hewitt. Adam came back in with $2. Said, John is the Bob Ross of the Blue Dots Blueberries, baby. A little blue, a little cloud over here, a little sun over here, make you feel. Kay Allen, you darling of a woman, came back in with another $20 and said, I could wish certain people could get their heads out of their ass. Yes, you could, baby. I've been wishing forever certain people could get their head out of their ass, but nope. I look out the door and they're still stuck. Anyway, Dave McNeil came in with $5, said, look at the fundraising. More than the polls, particularly grassroots donation. That shows you real, tangible support. And guess what? Kamala Harris is raking that shit in right now, and it's just tickling me to death. Let me see. James Tripp came in with a $2 donation. James, thank you very much. And Wesley Wiseman came back with $5, said, Jasmine Crockett is a real Texas kick-ass. Kick-ass takes names. Yes, she is. She speaks her mind, too. I love it. I'm done.
For a minute.
For a minute?
Yeah.
This family has been so kind to us lately, and we so appreciate the help. I mean to tell you, you've made things a little easier for us, so I appreciate that. Anyway, where were we?
Yeah.
We were just going to let him get on his soapbox and have a say.
Oh, yeah,
Oh,
Spunky.
yes.
Spunky was going to get on the... Hey, get up on the box, bub. Wait a minute. Let me get my popcorn here. Metaphorically speaking, it looks like popcorn to me.
You got the soapbox, mate. Use that soapbox. Get up there and speak your mind. If you do come in the show, if you've got a soapbox, bring it with you, because John will give you a few minutes.
We'll give you a place, baby. I've
speak
always
your
said
mind
this
out.
table is open to anybody who walks in that door and raises their hand. So, except for that Jorge guy.
So spit it out. Who's got the soapbox right now, John?
I'm picking on him.
Who's got the
Spunky, are you with
soapbox?
us?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm just listening on you guys right now.
No,
really.
well, we was waiting on you to get up on your soapbox there, man.
Hard to get a word in edgewise, Spunky.
Yeah, just tell us to shut up. That's a good way to go. Like
So,
Sister
John,
Mary Ellen
what-
Muffet.
John, what did you think of the Kamala Harris, Tim Walz CNN interview?
I thought she did an outstanding job. I think Tim Walsh did an outstanding job. Yeah, there's nothing you can say bad about the whole damn interview. It went
I
well.
thought they did well, but I did not.
I-
I did not like the question that Dana Bash was asking, though. I personally did.
Well, there you go. Therein lies. It's the news' business to create entertainment. It has
Yeah.
you know Dana Bash was a little disappointed, I think, when she was trying to get something out of him about the comment about oh Lord.
Well, the little bit of critique that I read, because I have not seen the interview, they stated that they thought Dana Bash was asking all of the Trump talking points.
Yeah, yeah. I'm trying to think of what she wouldn't take the bait on the question of Donnie said something about her. Oh Lord, she wouldn't take the bait.
That's a worry. Dana Bash, I thought was you know, down the middle of the line, maybe a little bit blue, but I think she's very.
You know,
MAGA.
I've watched
I'm
CNN
amazed.
for years and years and years and years. I usually watch
Then it's
CNN,
all about
MSNBC.
ratings.
Yeah.
Ratings.
And I've seen a shift in CNN. I have. From
I have
more
too, for
middle of the
Australia.
road to where now I swear they lean right. It's
they're
like,
trying-
are you trying to get his ass elected? Every fucking story you got is about him. Are you shitting me? There's more going on in
Well,
this
it's not
world
just
than just
that.
Donald
They
Trump.
don't
Exactly.
report the good stuff. They don't report the good stuff that Biden's achieved, but they'll report about Donnie. He's been in court, and they'll try and make excuses for him. They sort of
It
downplay
falls into the
It-
old.
it's
The
not-
news knows they don't want to hear the story about the Boy Scout that helped the old lady across the street. They want to hear about the train wreck that just happened down the road. Oh, look at there! Everybody's dead. Let's go see that shit. You know, that's